Hey guys, welcome back to the Movement Project. It's episode 30. We're talking about someone that has some elbow pain when they're doing pushing exercises, that is a push-up or an overhead press. So we're going to go ahead and have him start out in a push-up test, and then I'm going to show you some drills that can help with that pain. So go ahead and do a push-up first, Anthony. He's going to just get a feeling for how that feels before and after we do the mobility drills. How do you feel? Ouch.
The inside hurts right here.
Ouch. Oh. Okay, so what's going on there is the elbow hurts, but the prime mover is the shoulder. So what I'm going to assume is that he has a little bit of lack of mobility and stability in the shoulder joint. Without doing any other tests, let's just go ahead and go through some shoulder mobility drills. Alright, so we're going to start him off on, not overthinking this, just doing some thoracic extensions. So we talk about the shoulder, it has a lot to do with the upper back. So he's going to go seated, he's going to take his hands behind his head, he's going to reach his head, keep your hips on the ground. Hips are on the ground, he's going to reach his head as close to the floor as he can, trying to draw his eyes back behind him, extending his upper back as far as he can, then come up like a little crunch, and then go back again. Perfect. So what he's going to do is start just below the shoulder blades, do 3, 2 seconds each time, go a little bit lower, about 1 to 2 vertebrae lower, do another 3, and then go even lower, do another 3. Alright, so without him going through all that, we're going to go ahead and go through the next phase. So we're going to do some wrapping today. I've introduced this before. We've got these handy dandy voodoo bands. He's got pain on both elbows. We'll just focus on the right one for the video's sake. When you're wrapping, it's super tight. You make sure not to have any gaps so your skin doesn't show. This is a wrap where we're going over the joint, so it's very easy to kind of mess up and pinch the skin. So you got to make sure that you're overlapping the band the full way. Remember, 2 minutes is about as long as you want to spend. Otherwise, you turn this into a tourniquet and it's very hurtful. All right. At the end, you just go ahead and tuck it under. Alright, so he's got a good tight wrap. What we're going to do is work on every position that he's talking about. So he has this movement problem going overhead and pressing. I'm going to guess his external rotation is pretty poor. So what he's going to do is grab a hold of the band, clasp it, reach his elbow up, and get into external rotation behind his back. So with his right arm facing me, boom, step forward with your right foot. Okay, so what we're doing is we're trying to get that to pull us down, elbow up, chest up, abs and tight. Make sure that you're not getting into a spinal extension, so kind of clamp your rib cage down. There you go. Alright, I'm going to try to get him to face his palm behind him. Alright, and then he's going to do some contract relax. So it's like he's trying to drive his elbow towards me. There you go. And relax. Good, and without moving your head again, try to pull your elbow towards me. And relax. Good, and that band's not letting him move very much. It's going to do a lot of the work for you. So go ahead and do a couple more reps. And relax. About 2 seconds in each position. Contract for 2, relax for 2. And last one. Nice. Ouch. Okay, so another thing that's going on when he's doing those push-ups is he's got the wrist in full flexion. So we're going to work on the wrist just a little bit. Okay, we've got the blood circulating through the elbow here while we go through the position. So he's going to come down onto his knees. He's going to take his hands and face his fingers tips towards himself and get as much tension on that band as he possibly can. And then with that distraction, open up his wrist joint. He's going to try to keep the heel of his hand down and push his weight back. The most amount of flexion in his wrist as he can possibly get. Alright, when he's in that position, I'm going to have him take his left hand and start to lift his fingertips. Each finger one at a time. He's going to feel all this stretch going on his forearm. Yup. Nice. So he's going through that a couple times. Starting to run out of time around the clock. So we'll go through that twice, and then he'll stand up. And then the last one is he'll take that arm, and he'll go into internal rotation of the shoulders. So he's going to take it behind his back, walk sideways, allow the band to pull him, maybe get into like a staggered stance, figure out how he can get into those corners so where that's pulling his shoulder as far as he can, maybe drop down a little bit lower so he can get his arm to rise up his back, right? And we're always trying to get in and out of the position, so we're just twisting, seeing how many corners we can find to where it's tight. Nice. And relax. So we got him into pretty much every position. Okay? The band was over the joint of pain. Now we take the band off, all that blood flushes right back to the joint. and then he's going to go through the push-up again and tell us, be honest, is it better? Is it feeling different?
Definitely much easier.
Nice. So we should do the other one. Good. All right, make sure you're symmetrical. So that will be the prescription for the hot elbow, as Kelly Surratt likes to call it. If you have any pain, whether it's lateral or medial, if it's all in there, it's probably got poor circulation. Wrap it up, get that blood flowing, and start moving. All right, good luck.